What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today I'm gonna be reacting to the real PoloG story documentary. So, PoloG, bruh, he really going crazy. He about to drop Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? He's already 2 for 2. Probably about to make it 3 for 3, the little three-peat. You know what I'm saying? Bro, really been going crazy. He one of the best to come out of the drill scene and the melodic scene, like, cause he do both drill and melodic music. But yeah, he top three for me, honestly. Like in terms of this generation, like currently, he's in my top three for sure. Uh, but yeah, we about to see what's up with this for real. We'll probably just give some little details and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, cause he definitely came up for real from the bottom, and he blew up low key quick. If you want to keep it real, cause he started in 2016, he blew up in 2018, and then he just got bigger and bigger since then. And now we're in 2021. So yeah, he's only been rapping like literally 5 years for real, that we know of. But yeah, I'm about to get into this, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll be dropping on the daily, man. I'm next up. About to hit 100 subscribers, man. Keep sharing the videos and stuff. Saying thanks for the support. And yeah, I'm about to get into this now.
I wake up, look in the mirror, then I drop the rates. Might get 7 4 11
Ah,
on
the
my
jump
face.
froze. Hold up, y'all. Let me get this right real quick. This joint right.
You throw up the forks, I won't hesitate to let shots out. I wake up, look in the mirror, then I drop the rates. Might get 7 4 11 tatted on my face. If you throw up the forks, I won't
Oh.
hesitate to let shots out the 8. Boogie in the 8, trying to get them bricks out the way. Them boys won't smoke on my block, you gotta get away. Them versus us, man, it ain't no.
Hold up. PoloG be going crazy, man. Under.
I wake up, look in the mirror, then I drop the rates. Might get 7 4 11 tatted on my face. If
I
you
get
throw up the
7 for
forks, I
11
won't
tatted on my
hesitate to let
face.
shots out the 8. Boogie in the 8, trying to get them bricks out the way. Them boys won't smoke on my block, you gotta get away. Them versus us, man, it ain't no match anyway. You know who gon' lose like when the Cavs and the Sixers play streets like man. Before we go in, pick a
Oh,
play.
he
I ain't doing
stays
shit, it's for the
spitting, boy.
benefit
I
of my
ain't gonna
dinner
lie
plate.
to you. Yeah, boy.
Taurus Barlett was born January 6, 1999 in Chicago, Illinois. Named after his father, Taurus Sr., his grandmother named him after the zodiac sign because she believed in everything a Taurus stood for. Raised in a rough neighborhood on the north side of Chicago, Marshall Field Apartments, or 1300 block, just a few blocks away from Cabrini Green, which was notoriously known as one of the roughest housing projects in American history. Growing up, music was always a gift his family possessed, with his mom and sister both being exceptional singers. Taurus knew one day he'd grow up to be something special, and used to dream about being a boxer,
Yeah, I ain't
ball
gonna lie. His
player,
mom, his sister, bad, all them for real. His girl, PoloG, he definitely. Yeah.
or rapper. Even at an early age, he knew formal education wouldn't be the path to achieving these dreams. His mom stated he would often question his teachers at school about how his homework was going to relate to the path he wanted to take in life. His mom was
Oh, yeah, that's true. Like, cause in school, like they don't really teach you that much for real. It's like they teach you their system that's they already had built, but they're not teaching you how to really like survive and stuff,
was hoping he'd grow up to be a state's attorney,
or what you
so
want
she
to
did her
do.
best to keep a close eye on him
Like,
and make sure he stayed out of the streets. By the time he was attending George Muneer Middle School, he was already writing rhymes down in a notebook and freestyling during lunches. Rapping was just something he enjoyed doing at the time, and he didn't have any real way to record himself yet. By the age of 9, he had already written down a full-length song, complete with hooks and verses. Although he was in an area known for its violence, he managed to stay out of trouble pretty well all through his childhood, despite witnessing it firsthand. But it was almost inevitable that that would change, and it eventually did by the time he was in high school. He started caring less about school and would either not show up or come in late. Getting into fights became a regular thing, and before he knew it, he had been kicked out of 2 different high schools.
dang, he started rumbling with boys.
Was attending his third at Innovations High. This is around the time Lil Wayne's Carter 4 was released, and he started to feel extremely inspired by it. In addition, rappers from his neighborhood like Ricky Rax and Blockheads were doing decent numbers online, and he felt like he could really do it too. When he was just 15, one of his close friends, nicknamed T Gucci, was killed, and it really affected him. He knew it
T
was time for him
Gucci.
to take music seriously.
He was from 1300 or whatever. Truth. Polo G definitely lost a decent amount of people. And then his one friends, the little twins, they had died at the same time. R.I.P. to all them, though, man.
If he was ever going to make it. He felt he had an obligation to himself, his friends, and everyone around him to tell their stories. The only issue he had was getting to the studio to record and having some money to pay for the time. Watching his parents struggle, he knew it was going to be up to him to make some money and make it happen, so he started hustling. By his senior year, he was struggling badly in school, but he told himself he had to try and graduate just to prove a point to anyone who doubted him. His English teacher even made him freestyle after classes in exchange for passing him. People from his school and neighborhood were also starting to take notice of his skill and ambition and encouraged him to start recording these freestyles.
So you feel me? She wouldn't let me go off and do all that. But when I got older, you feel me? It's like I don't want to ask you for this. I see you struggling and you need help yourself, so I'm gonna just help myself.
Yeah, that's how it be, for real, son. Definitely find your own way through this shit, son.
I was chasing the whole rap thing. Everybody wasn't into that. Like my OG and my dad, they wasn't into that. So it was like I had to get the money myself and do it.
In October of 2016, he eventually got in the studio after sneaking out of the house late at night. He recorded his first remix to 187, and then his first original song, ODA, which he had free.
Them both went hard, yo. Like, this, I never heard a bad song from Polo G. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, people be saying that for a lot of niggas, but I never, like, he's the one person, in terms of this generation, like, that I never heard a bad song from, honestly.
Freestyled and wrote down years before. The songs were released under the name Polo G, aka Mr. Do Too Much. Polo was one of his favorite brands growing up, and the G stood for his friend T Gucci, who had.
The G in my name stand for Gucci, for my homie who passed away his B-Day. He didn't get to see 18. You know I'm going to spaz every time for you, dude. Happy 22nd. Damn, yeah, that's crazy because my mans didn't even get to make it to 18. He passed away when he was 17 on everything. So I definitely know the feeling.
Passed. A month later, he got online and released ODA Part 2, followed by multiple other singles that he would drop throughout his
GDK.
senior year into
And
2017.
he's like a vice lord or something. I think a conservative vice lord. They said he was either conservative vice lord or Mikey Cobra, because that's what the Cabrina Greens like was made up of or whatever. So he be really BDK and GDK, but like he messed with some BDs like Dirk and him. But I don't even think he messed with no GDs for real.
A lot of his earlier
He
music
did take a picture with Duck's mom, dude, but that's it. I wish he would have made a song with Duck. Honestly, that would have probably been hard.
remixes to other songs, but he knew if he was really gonna blow, he needed more original tracks, and more importantly, he needed to film music videos for them. He dropped his first official music video with his two friends in June of 2017 on the song Back That Ass Up.
Wait, that was
This
his
music video with his two friends,
his first
he
official
needed to
music.
film music videos for him. He dropped his first official music video with his two friends in June of 2017 on the song Back That Ass Up. This was the first time people outside of his hood would be able to put a face to his music. Almost immediately after, he filmed a second music video to a song called Check Me Out. But this one was unique because he actually filmed it before his senior prom. It was the first video to receive a few thousand plays on YouTube. At the time, that meant everything to him. After graduating high school,
See, bro, really came up. Like he played it smart for real. Like he was consistent. He found his little sound, and then he got the buzz, man. And then he been consistent ever since. Facts. And his new project is probably gonna be more like versatile in terms of the beats. Cause I do agree. The only one negative I could say about Polo G is them little piano beats, the constant piano beats. Other than that, like there's really no flaws too much with him. Like when it comes to rapping and stuff. So if he could have some more diverse beats, like Metro Boomin beats and all that, it's gonna be like A1 saying A1 sauce, no cap.
Polo started to head down a bumpy path. And although he avoided trouble, trouble started to catch up to him.
What the hell?
On New Year's Day of 2018, Polo was part of a car theft that led police on a high-speed chase before crashing the car and being arrested.
A
His
car
life was
theft.
starting to go down two very different paths at the same time. On one side, he was starting to gain a small following of fans with his songs like Troublesome. And on the other side, he was getting arrested for multiple crimes, spending time in and out of jail, and taking drugs like ecstasy and Xanax. At this point, his life could have gone in either
Hey, he almost killed himself. I remember he said something about that, like his dad saved him. He almost killed himself popping pills. That's why I don't mess with no pills, but everything. I don't really do too much anymore, for real, for real. And people act like they need drugs. I don't need that. Saying I get myself right with meditation or something. I might do something real once in a while, saying on some turn up stuff, but I don't be messing with nothing for real anymore. I already know what's up with this stuff, with these drugs, man.
direction. But in early 2018, he dropped Welcome Back, and with every
Them
new
joints
drop, he
ain't-
was getting a little more plays than the
Yeah, that
last.
song went
Everything
crazy.
changed in March of 2018 after dropping a remix to Lil Durk and G Herbo's Never Cared. The remix blew up almost
Really, it was
instantly.
just Herbs. Like Dirk did a remix, but it was really just Herbs beat originally. Dirk and Polo's remixes, even though their versions was better, which was surprising because Herb be going crazy. I think he didn't even try that much on that song, though, for real, for real. But it was still decent. But Dirk and Polo definitely had the better versions.
And it's easy to tell why if you listen to the first line of the song. This would be Polo's first song to ever receive over 1 million plays and officially put his name in front of a whole new audience of people.
Yeah, that's the song that
All of
really blew him
Chicago was
up.
bumping his remix, and everything was starting to fall into place. He could start to see his dream unfolding in front of him.
When I was in the county, that was like my fifth, sixth time being locked up back to back. Even though it was petty stuff, it was like them sit downs made me really think, and I had to learn, like, yeah, like this ain't what I want to do because it could get worse.
Unfortunately, shortly
It
after,
always gets worse if you don't stop.
he found himself incarcerated once again and was forced to spend a little time in Cook County Jail. While locked up, he started to really think about everything and the opportunity he was being given. He realized he needed to get out of the streets and really focus on music while he still had a buzz. He started writing down songs and planning out what he wanted to do when he was released so he could be prepared. Although he wrote down a number of songs, there was one he felt stood out from the rest. He was prepared to take a singing approach this time, as compared to his Chicago drill he had been focused on before. After being released, he linked up with his engineer, DJ Ao, who was waiting for him to record. At the time, Polo didn't know DJ Ao was also making beats. When he got to the studio and showed him what he had written down, he was surprised when Ao started playing beats he felt fit the song.
Hey,
The two
yo,
started constructing the
who
song,
is
but
that?
were unable to finish it that night because Polo was getting frustrated while singing for the first time. Polo went home with a copy of the instrument.
Polo could look, he sang though. Like, he one of the better, like, rap singers. That's why I said that melodic style. He's one of the better ones with that. Him, Roddy Rich, like, Dirk. Like, they some of the best ones with that type of melodic type joint. But yeah.
Instrumental and worked on until he felt it was ready. He knew the song was going to be different, and he knew it was going to do numbers. After getting his flow down, he went back to the studio and recorded Finer Things.
It's hard to make peace once blood
Get
gets
the
to spilling.
spilling.
Hey, Lewitsky gets to
Y'all ain't never had this joint, but it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? All natural ingredients, man. Mess with this joint. Under. I got it off Etsy. Facts.
shoot like he filming. Yeah, my friends died too. I know that
Feeling.
feeling. I'm popping ecstasy to help me with the healing.
The Finer Things
Just
music
wanna
video
feel
dropped on
peace
August
with blood, get
25th,
the
2018,
spilling.
and his life changed forever. Finer Things got over
I said
240
28.
25th, 2018, and his life changed
Yeah, I
forever.
told y'all he blew up in 2018, so it only took him 2 years since he started for real.
Finer Things got over 245,000 views its first week and showed no signs of slowing down, as it was blowing up more every day that passed. This is also when he decided to simplify his name by taking the Mr. Do Too Much out and sticking to just Polo G. Just 2 years after recording his first songs, he was catching the attention of major labels and blogs were being written about him. Although multiple people were now trying to interview Polo, he chose to stay true to his city and did his first interview with legendary Chicago YouTube channel, Zach TV. Zach TV was known for interviewing Chicago artists from every neighborhood, but he had tragically died just a month before. Polo paid homage by being interviewed by Zach's brother.
Yeah, Zach, bro, he was helping a lot of people out. He put a lot of niggas on. Like, if it wasn't for Zach, the Chicago drill scene wouldn't have been as big. It would have still been big, but it wouldn't have been as big, like, at all. He definitely helped a lot of people, and then he still got killed, bro. Like, but some people think Zach ain't have ops. He really had ops, like, so. I don't know why people be saying like some, like, you know, I understand, like, he was just an interviewer, but like he was really from a hood, like he repped it, like, so he had ops, like he never obviously interviewed the ops, but he had real life ops. And then it was like that thing with Kaninka Jenkins, like maybe he was digging too deep, 'cause you know how that goes, son. it could have been a mixture of them two, either one. But R.I.P. Zach for sure. He helped a lot with this whole scene.
trying to keep his legacy alive to this day. Over the next couple months, Polo
Wait, what
started
is?
by Zach's brother, who was trying to keep his
Uh,
legacy alive to this day. Over the next couple months, Polo started getting booked for back-to-back shows and stopped dropping music as frequent as before. He knew with the attention he was now getting, everything he released needed to be up to par with the bar he had raised on himself. He was gaining thousands of new fans daily, and of course, with new fans comes critics as well. Polo still needed to prove that he was here to stay, and he had made it this far without dropping a single mixtape or album. This is the point that can make or break artists, and we've seen
true.
plenty come and go.
Uh,
Last time I was incarcerated, it was like that's when I first made the finer things trap. When I took that different approach, I liked it that more than just being straight by heavy. But you feel I still be open to switching it up.
In late 2018, he started working on new music for an album. And shortly after, he linked up with Lil TJ, a New York artist who was also starting to buzz. They recorded and dropped Pop Out, the first single off Polo G's upcoming debut album. Pop Out took off immediately. The song peaked at number 11 on the Billboard and shut down any thoughts of him being a one-hit wonder, spiraling his name into the mainstream. This was enough to trigger a bidding war between major labels. It was clear Polo G was going to be the next big thing out of Chicago, and everyone wanted a piece. He and his team eventually chose to sign with Columbia Records, and on June 6, 2019, his debut album, Die a Legend, was released on all platforms. The cover art featured 8 of Polo's family and friends who had passed. In honor of them, he accomplished exactly what he set out to do 2 years prior: tell their stories, memories, and legacy in his raps with no filter.
no
And that made
filter.
me want to rap. I gotta speak up on this situation because I ain't only just speaking for me or telling my story. I'm telling his story. I'm telling his story. I'm telling his story. Telling everybody out his story. So you feel that's the only way I can get that message across, so we could be heard.
Through 2019 leading up to 2020, Polo G remained a topic of conversation in mainstream rap, despite also dealing with personal issues like his addiction to prescription pills, which led to a near-death experience in late 2019, and motivated him to stay sober. And he started off 2020 strong with yet another hit song, Go Stupid, after linking up with Stunner for Vegas and NLE Choppa.
Yeah, that
Shortly
joint
after,
went
his second
over.
studio album, The GOAT, was released, which peaked at number 2, selling 99,000 copies its first week. This also solidified his well-deserved spot on the
He was the
2020
best on XXL by far.
XXL freshman list. In just a few years, Polo G went from hustling on the block for studio money to selling out arenas
Couple
and having
years.
both his albums go platinum.
Under.
He's arguably been the most consistent young rapper to come up recently, and he's done more than prove he's here to stay.
No cap. No cap, man. Polo G, definitely that nigga with the shit. Son. He really, oh yeah, that dude he's hard too with the guitar. He can make any beat with the guitar, bro. Go crazy. That's the end of the video, though, y'all. Saying, let me know what y'all think about that joint, man. Polo definitely saying he deserved where he at. Like, bro, really put in work. Dropped quality over quantity. Facts. Most of these rappers drop quantity over quality. I mean, you kind of need both for real, especially nowadays. But I would still pick quality over quantity. Cause like if you drop a whole bunch of butt stuff, then nobody's want to hear that. Man. He takes his time with his like songs and projects, so that's why I respect him more in terms of this music stuff. But yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. Like I said in the comments below, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video, Sam. And remember, y'all, stay positive and have a great day. Hundo, no cap.